Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you be listening to this. This is the Men Are on the Podcast, episode 25. Brought to you by Fezek Athletics. I'm Rock, and I'm here with a couple of my brothers, my brethren. I got Joe, and we got E on audio again. How you guys doing this week, fellas? Busy.
What's going on?
Same old. Joe, how you doing? How you doing, brother?
Things are good. Glad to be here.
Coming back with that tan from Mexico. How was the trip, man?
It was awesome. We all come back.
Yeah.
It's hard to give that up, man.
What part was you in?
So we were in Cancun.
Uh-huh.
We stayed at the Barrow Star Selection Resort.
Okay.
And Virginia got us one of the units that had a walkout pool. So you walk out your back patio right into the pool.
Now, was it a private pool or was it?
Now you shared it with 3 other units.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. It was very uncrowded.
Okay. All right. Now, how can I say this? Did you partake in any festivities?
No, not really.
No.
We did the regular dinners and stuff like that, the lunches, the breakfast, and we stayed to ourselves.
Okay. It was all inclusive, I'm assuming, right? Like everything.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you was out there, like 4 days or 5 days?
It was a whole week, Friday to Friday.
Oh, that's sweet. Came back refreshed.
Kinda. It's one of those things where you go for 7 days and you're like, it wasn't enough. And you know you're not going to stay 14 because then you're like, well, that was too much.
Yeah.
So I think we got to look at 9 or 10 days. I think that's what we have to do next time.
I know we always say this, but I think like as the fellas, we need to when this stuff clears up or whatever, we need to do like a trip where we can just go, just hang out. You know what I mean? Go like E. I know you and Joe, you guys always wanted to push like us going to a different country and just experiencing that as as brothers. So I think that's something we
gonna be able to get off the plane.
I mean, you guys gonna have to miss the teamy. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Frankie saying like, yo, just don't sleep the night before, and then like we'll just just drink. You just have a couple of drinks before you get up there. You'll be cool. You'll just pass out. So,
Well, I don't like flying either, man. But
it is what it is, right?
Yeah. I know the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow after the flight is worth it.
Yeah. Once you get there, right, and then you're able to experience it, have fun and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like I said, when this thing clears up, I guess we can sit down together and come up with something. E, where would you like to go, E? Watch this.
Europe.
What, all over Europe, or is there a particular part in Europe?
If I had a choice, I'd probably want to do like maybe London.
Now I heard it's like always dreary over there. Like it seems like it's always cloudy over there.
Maybe London or maybe Tokyo. One of those two.
Whoa. How long is that flight? That sounds long. It's like a 2-day flight?
I don't know. I like it because I want to go for fashion purposes. So
yeah. I think that'd be dope. I mean, I heard Tokyo's nice. You know what I'm saying? I heard it is not what we would think it would be.
Yep.
All right. Well, the knockout heard around the world. Joe, I know when we was talking in pre-production, you say you haven't seen it or heard of it. But what? A former New York Knicks, 3-time dunk champion,
Yep.
Nate Robinson was fighting. What was his name? Jake Paul.
Yep.
Jake Paul.
Yep.
And got knocked out in what was it, like the second round, third round, something like that.
I want to say it was maybe the second round, something like that.
Dog, I'm talking about cold. Sleep, Joe. Sleep. I'm talking about sleep. Where they probably had it looked like they brought out smelling salt, right? He was sleep.
Regardless, he shouldn't have been in there.
How did the fight get started? Like who? Why those two?
Well, Jake Paul is like a YouTube star or whatever.
He's brother to Logan Paul, right?
Yeah. And they had
who now is going to fight Floyd.
Yeah, who's now fighting Floyd. We're gonna talk about that too. But they had like maybe what was that? Maybe last year they had like a boxing event for the YouTube stars or YouTube people for YouTube people. And Nate seen it and was like, "Yo, I beat him up. I beat your ass with that." Called him out. Boy was like, "All right." So Mike Tyson, Roy Jones had their exhibition fight or whatever, and that was part of the undercard. And what was funny was like they showed the boy had basketball shoes on. Nate didn't even have boxing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it was disappointing.
I mean, my thing is we all look at sports, so we'll say man, I can do that, or what I'm saying, it'll be like, man, I beat, in boxing, you'd be like, man, I can do that, but they don't realize, man, it takes a lot of skill and technical training to get into that boxing. It's not like a regular fight. It's not like a regular street fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Nate was trying to do, trying to bully him at first. But the boy, not saying that he was a professional fighter because he only had that one YouTube fight or whatever, but he actually knew how to throw a punch somewhat, and Nate walked right into it. I'm talking about Joe. I'm going to send you the link. He walked right into that. Cold. I'm talking about sleep.
Oh, wow.
Sleep. So, I guess my question is, would you guys ever get into a boxing ring and fight somebody who kind of knew what they was doing in the boxing ring?
How much you paying me? This is that simple. How much you paying me?
What's the number, E? What's the number to get you in there?
Who am I fighting and how much you paying? That's the only thing I need to know.
All right, let's say one of these YouTube boys. Let's say like Jake Paul. Would you get in there with Jake Paul?
I'd probably square up with him. That he's not a professional boxer. That's an even fight for me. He ain't a professional.
Yeah, but he knows how to.
Nate got caught with a punch that he went in there. You know what I mean? The boy has 6 weeks of training, and you gonna sit there and get now. I ain't gonna take away nothing from the boy. Mm-hmm. You gotta have a lot of guts to even walk in there.
Yeah.
Just on the strength of that, you gotta have guts to be able to walk in the ring. And that off of it, just on the strength of that, now whether or not you got knocked the fuck out because of it, that's another question. But you still gotta have guts to even get in the ring. So that's a whole nother conversation. Now, whether or not you survive and you get blasted during it, that's a whole nother issue. Now he got knocked out. He got dismantled. He got hit with a punch that, for lack of a better words, I'm not even going to say it was a phantom punch. He just got drilled through him. He just got caught.
Now what about you, Joe? Would you?
How much time do I got to prepare?
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks. That's exactly how much he had.
I think I need like 6 months.
See? That's what I'm saying. But you talk about Nate, who was a professional basketball player. He's an athlete somewhat. He's already an athlete in himself, so he already had a little bit of longevity, stamina, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
And take no credit away from him. He's an athlete. Like he was a D1 college football player. Like he's an NBA basketball player. Like he's an athlete. Like he was at.
But he wasn't a boxer.
But he wasn't a boxer, and that's the thing. Like you can't just take that.
But neither was old boy. You see what I'm saying? But neither was old boy.
But he had more training than Nate.
How you figure they both had 6 weeks?
No. But remember I just said. No, remember I said he did a boxing match against another YouTuber like the year before.
He had an exhibition.
But they say he's been training for like 2 years.
All right, well, I mean, you could train. True. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and say that's not the thing. But when you only got, but you don't really have any amateur fights. So you're going in just because I could train for as long as I could train. But if I ain't got nobody to fight with for the past 2 years, I'm not really fighting. I'm not doing anything. I'm just training, right?
Yeah,
until you get in the ring, you get somebody to punch you in your face. It ain't the same, bro.
But I'm saying though, he was sparring. He had a fight. He actually had some where somebody was punching him in his face. Nate ain't never had it.
With headgear.
No. He had. They didn't have a headgear on when they fought that's the exhibition one. It was an actual fight.
No, I'm talking about when he was training.
When
you're training, you got headgear.
I don't even think Nate did that. It doesn't look like he did that.
All I'm saying is that the dude got caught with a punch that. And I ain't making no excuses for it. You got knocked the fuck out. That's it. You shouldn't have been. Your ass should not been in there. But you should have known better. When you were trying to be funny, he can be. That's it. You got out. That's exactly what happened.
No,
you got knocked out.
Well, I mean, when I get into a ring, no. Because I already know me. Like once you hit me in my face, and like if you get hit in that nose and your eyes tear, I'm taking the gloves off and we fighting for real. Like,
well, that's the thing. That's why you got to fight. You ain't got to take no gloves off. Step up, square up. Ain't that what it's all about, right?
But you know, in a regular street fight, you ain't sitting there and just doing.
But this ain't a street fight. That's what MMA's for. So then, all right. So let's reiterate the question.
I'm definitely not doing that. I'm definitely not.
It's a different level then.
I'm definitely not doing that because I mean, but see, I'm different though. Like I'll pick up a chair and hit you with it. Like I'm like whatever is in the vicinity. Like when I'm in fighting mode, like I'm using. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't do boxing like that because I already know me. Like and Nate, and that's what I'm saying. Like you can't go in there and take that lightly. Like I don't know how long he trained, but. Whatever training he did have, it looked like it all went out the window when he got in there and got hit. I mean, it's like Mike Tyson say, everybody think they could be a fighter and everybody have a game plan until they get hit in the mouth. Then all that shit just goes out the window. Like it's different, man. So, Joe, you say 6 months. E, you say you'll get in there. How long you need, E?
If we're both going in there with the same amount of time, if he's got 6 weeks, I got 6 weeks. That's fine, as long as it's the same amount of time to train. But if he's already got like 2 years and 2.5 years training, and I ain't got but 6 weeks, I mean that's still again. It depends on fight, man. Like I ain't really like I'm not gonna sit here and say I ain't gonna fight the dude. Like if I'm fighting the dude, homeboy that he just fought, I fight him. Like yeah, what's up? Let's square up. I feel like I can get it in. I can get it in with somebody in 6 weeks.
Okay.
I feel like my hands are still decent enough to deal with that. I mean, I know I'm gonna get punched in the face. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and say, and I'm not gonna get stolen. But I feel like I gotta punch his chest like everybody else.
Who says stolen? He says stolen.
I'm gonna get stolen. I mean, you know what I mean, but. Fact of the matter is, I gotta understand. I'm gonna get stolen in my face, and so be it. But he gonna get his too.
Has any one of you boxed before? Have you sparred? And
I did some sparring a little bit, but not very much. I'm like you. I got punched. Once I got punched in my face a couple of times, then let me feel good. I like it.
What about you, Joe?
Plus, I get migraines, so that doesn't feel good when you get migraines.
Yeah. I know you suffer from them.
So on the Willow Grove Naval Base, I did some sparring with a Marine, and he whooped my ass.
Ho. You gotta tell this story. Why would you?
He and I were working out together.
Okay.
So one day we were sparring, and you know he had been exercising a lot more than I had, and he whooped me. And then the next day we got together to work out again. And he's like, I want you to hit over the heavy bag. So we started hitting the heavy bag. He's like, I want you to hit it as much as you can for 3 minutes. I was like 35 seconds in. I started to slow down. He's like, "You got no stamina." He's like, "You can't keep up with me."
And I don't think people realize how much stamina you need to be a boxer. Like those 3 minutes can seem like 3 years, man. Like think about it. Like the top level ones, like Floyd and all, they go 12 rounds of this. Like,
well, think of it this way: your average fight is supposed to be usually lasts about a minute, right? A little more than a minute and a half. I mean,
like a regular fight, yeah.
Like a street fight lasts about a minute, maybe a minute and a half at the most.
Mm-hmm.
By the time 35, 40 seconds in, if you're really going at it, you're spent.
Mm-hmm.
If you're out of shape, you are sitting there wrestling with a guy, trying to fight a guy, and just swinging in haymakers and shit. You're out of breath and like fairly quick. Mm-hmm. But if you're a professional and you know how to swing them hands, and you know how to duck and dive, and you know what they call bob and weave.
Bob and weave.
You should have bobbed and you should have weaved and should have bobbed and all that shit. Different ball game. Yeah.
Yo, they had the memes going crazy. Remember the Martin where he had all the lumps on his before Tommy Hearns? Yo, I was dying. All right. Well, that leads us into the thing. Now Floyd, Money Mayweather, is fighting his brother, Logan Paul.
Idiot.
Which one? Logan Paul?
Both of them, they're just done this.
Let's see. Now, I don't know if y'all watch Undisputed with Shannon and Skip Bayless.
Skip.
Shannon was like, "Yo, this is our get back right here." Like he's like Jake Paul sitting up there talking shit. He's like Floyd won and then fight for he get the get back. So do you think Floyd is doing that for that, or I heard people saying that people think he needs money, and then I heard other people saying that it's being shown on this network that he's creating, like this boxing type network. So
probably, I believe. Let her be, sir.
Wait, that he needs money?
No, I think he's doing it for his
network. Yeah, that's what I say too. I don't think he needs.
Floyd
money.
Is not broke.
Yeah.
Floyd is not broke.
I see him. I see him every other YouTube commercial.
Huh?
Yeah.
I see him on every other YouTube commercial.
Yeah, about to
Floyd
say
is not broke. Floyd is not broke.
Not at all, man. Right?
That dude got more money than a little bit.
People that say that, man, those people is just.
And if he is broke, by the time he sells all of his assets, he's gonna be rich.
Yeah.
3 times old.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's for the latter too. I think he's doing this.
He's riding the wave, man. He's doing
this because he's seen what that service that Mike Tyson them for on that Triller. Like, you see how much they made off of that? They had 1 million buys, man.
Yeah, well, that's because Mike Tyson was a headliner. Who wanted to see Mike Tyson fight after all these years? Raise your hand. Okay, I'll wait. A whole lot of people want to see that.
I watched Mike Tyson fight. Now they're saying Evander Holyfield wants to fight him. I'll watch that too.
Lennox Lewis wants to fight now.
I see that. You see that?
Like, Lennox Lewis wants to fight. Holyfield wants to fight. See what happens. One fight, one guy.
I was about to say, I think this is a good lane for those type of, for those age.
Is it?
I think so.
Was it going to be the old timers league?
Yeah,
Snoop coming out with a league.
Yeah, but they say Snoop. I think he's gonna like with this. What is it? Triller? Is it Triller? Am I saying that right? Triller?
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be the commentator on that. Snoop was funny.
They say he's gonna actually open up his own league. Like he's
like boxing, John.
Yeah, his own boxing league.
Oh wow.
His own boxing league.
Oh wow.
His own boxing league. So. There's a very strong possibility that he starts his own boxing league, and it's going to be a celebrity type boxing league, just like this one is, but like legit fighters, like dudes that have beefs with one another can get in and actually get it in.
So it'll be a real fight. It won't be just in there playing around.
It won't be no bullshit. Like you can actually see like dudes actually want to get it in, square up, and actually fight, and be on a pay-per-view level. Do I want to see shit like that? Not really.
It depends on who's the fight. It depends on who's the fight for me.
If it's 2 girls fighting, maybe. Everybody likes a good girl fight.
A good chick fight.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe? You tune in to something like that? Or you ain't tuned into the mic, but you was on vacation. That's why
No,
you was in
I wouldn't watch any of that anyway, ever.
No?
No, I never did. I mean, I think the closest thing I got to watching boxing was Roy Jones Jr. I used to like watching him fight.
But he was fighting Tyson. Why didn't you tune in?
Well,
He was in Mexico, man, sipping on a Corona or something.
But no, he wouldn't have been his old self.
Nah,
I guarantee
not at all.
Not at all.
No,
He looked terrible.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He looked old and tired.
Yeah, but you see that, man? Like, Mike came in looking phenomenal, right? Roy looked like he just got up off the couch. Was like, I'm going to just go do this.
Mike just hit that dude with all kinds of body work.
Well, I was watching those, a lot of those broadcasts leading up to the fight where they show Mike Tyson, I guess he was doing a movie or something, and they showed him swinging. And I'm like, God damn, for as old as he is.
Still got it, Joe. I'm talking about Joe. Still got it. Still got it. But I think when you was talking about Joe, because Jamie Foxx supposed to be doing a movie about Mike Tyson. He's supposed to be playing Mike Tyson, so that's probably what they was doing.
There was something where it was actually Mike Tyson. He was walking around this room fighting, acting, but fighting people, breaking things, and it was an actual movie. It might have been like the IP Man or something like that. Like, it was something.
Oh, okay. All right. Real quick. Joe, you don't do the fantasy basketball league, but NBA starts on Friday, preseason. You excited?
Mm-hmm. To be honest with you, like, it's gonna be hard to kind of be excited for this year, considering what happened over the summer and with
COVID and stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know how to gauge that. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's going to be good to see the new players play, but with all the rules and with COVID being so amped up the way it is, I don't even know how they're going to be able to do it and have it be successful without nobody actually getting COVID.
Yeah, you're talking about without having like it in the bubble, right? Like if they're still flying
like when
around
it was in the bubble,
cities.
when it was in the bubble, you had no cases.
Mm-hmm.
You had nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You had nobody getting any,
going out. Yeah.
You know
Yep.
what I mean? Now you got people moving around, and here's a perfect example of the NFL right now with mad teams and mad players and mad coaches, even in college, traveling back and forth across the country getting COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how is that going to play into teams that are going back and forth across the country, across the East Coast, and not
all over? Yeah,
getting it.
So look at football.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's football is just like that. So how do you not get it? How do you not have a plan to play if not trying to get it when you're more than likely have a probability of getting it now more than ever? There were 3,000 cases. There were 3,000 people that died yesterday. 3,000 people that died of COVID yesterday.
A record.
That's the record. That's the record. So how do you tell me that? What can the commissioner of the NBA say to me to let me know that the plan is in play, that none of these teams and none of these players and none of these coaches and none of these medical staff people are going to get COVID, and we're not going to get contracted COVID during the whole entire season. How do you prevent that? What are you going to do? Because if these damn doctors that are in the CDC and all these others are trying to figure out how to slow it down, even prevent it, how are you the NBA? Makes you different.
Yeah. How are you going to be above and beyond that? They can't even prevent it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I just don't know how it's. I don't even think the season is so up in the air. I feel like at any moment in time they're going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to have a season.
Got to shut it down.
And then we're going to shut it down.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what they'll do. Like if it gets, out of hand, I think they'll just, like they did last year. They'll just.
Well, I think that Adam Silver is not. Well, that's the good thing about Adam Silver. He's not afraid to.
Yeah.
Pull the trigger on stuff and say, all right, we're not doing this, and he'll stick to his guns.
Yeah.
I think he's a little bit more, he's more like gung-ho when it comes to certain things versus.
I think he's more proactive. Yeah, he's probably one of the most proactive commissioners ever. Like, and he listens. The great thing about him, of course, like most sports, the commissioners work for the owners, of course, but he's one of the ones that actually works with the players union and actually looks to resolve things and make things equal and safe. So yeah, Joe, you got any comment on that? You think they're going to finish the season?
Like you said, if they can say that it's going to be safe, do what you got to do. But I mean, at this point, it's proven not to be.
Yeah.
So you gotta protect the people. I mean, I would tell you by the end of next year, the majority of the United States should be vaccinated. People who don't want to get vaccinated, how are you going to force them? But
yeah, but if everyone else is, and then you
should lighten up with that.
Yeah, it's just like the flu. Everyone doesn't get that vaccination, but those who do, they're safe. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm hoping. I'm like me. I'm happy to see some basketball. I'm interested to see how it's going to look without the fans and stuff like that. But I'm assuming because basketball, like we said before, is a lot different than football. Like football, the camera's on the field, right? Like with basketball, you can normally see the crowd. Like how would that look in these arenas where is no crowd? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gotta. But we'll see. We'll see. Westbrook didn't make it to the Knicks. He
wasn't planning on it. We weren't worried. We weren't waiting for him to come.
Yeah.
I think we're good with staying where we are and trying to regain our youth. I think I'm actually pretty happy with the way management did stuff with drafting the players and not spending all the money and like that. So I think I'm okay with it. I like the picks that we got.
Yeah, I got some good picks. Y'all did good this year.
Yeah, I think I'm happy about what we got, and I'm hoping that now we wait and see what happens in free agency. Obviously, we're not going to go fishing for the big fish because it doesn't make no sense. We know where the big fish are going. It's either going to be the Lakers, the Clippers, those teams of that nature are going to get the
Brooklyn.
So we're not even trying to compete with that. I think what we need to do is just stay where we are and work out young players, young talent, and just keep trying to build that talent up. I think the guy Obi Toppin, he's going to be a really good player. He brings a little bit of flair and showmanship to this team, which we need. And then the guy, the point guard that we got is going to be, or the shooting guard that we got is going to be pretty good too. I hope that'll help. But we got some good picks. We got some good free agents. Austin Rivers. I'm not saying he's like a bomb ass player, but he'll help.
I like Austin Rivers. I think he's, like I said, he's above average.
Yeah, he's above average. That's what I said. He's above average. I'm more interested to see what Philly's going to do next, which is are they going to move Ben Simmons to Houston for Harden, which I think they should.
Well, yeah, because Harden says he wants to be in Philly, so
yeah, I think that's the move. You need to move Simmons now while you can, because if you move Simmons now and you get Harden, who's averaging 25, 27, almost 30 points a game, still, and he's well in his prime.
Oh, yeah, that's 35, brother.
35.
Yeah, 35 points again.
Nonetheless, he's a pure shooter. Yeah.
Yeah, but him coming, and that takes away from Embiid now, right? Because Harden likes to dribble.
Oh well, man. Embiid, fall back, yo. Fall back.
I mean,
fall back, Embiid. Fall back, Embiid.
Fall back, Embiid.
Fall back, Embiid. Sit back. Let Harden take over.
Joe, would you take your kids to see a Sixer game with Harden or Simmons? Which one would you take them to see first?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would matter. I think just watching the game itself would be worth it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'd take them to the Harlem Globetrotters first. But
Lord. Jesus Christ. I didn't even answer that.
Yo. All right. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Joe don't want to talk about any NFL news. Carson Wentz been benched. We just throw that out there.
I'm happy about that.
We're in first place together, tied. I think you guys.
No.
I knew he was gonna say, "Here we go.
No.
Here we go." You guys hold the tiebreaker. We know. You beat us twice.
All right. Just want to make sure. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is.
3 weeks ago, you were saying you didn't want to talk about that now.
But you brought it up. I didn't say anything.
Saying, bro.
But you can't say you're in first place about something if you're not.
No, we got the same record, man.
But you don't have the same record. You don't.
We do. We 5-7, man. Like NFC
But you don't. You don't.
We beat a better team. No, y'all beat the Seahawks, so y'all beat a good team this week too.
I couldn't believe that. No,
I couldn't either. I couldn't believe we beat the Steelers.
I couldn't believe y'all beat the Steelers. First we beat the Seahawks, and then y'all beat the Steelers. I was like, what in the Sam Hill's going on here? I was like, this is something going on. Somebody got paid off.
Yeah, right?
The refs got paid off them games.
Don't worry, Joe. I think Carson Wentz will be back in there after this week.
Carson Wentz is the highest bench player in the league.
Highest paid bench player in the league. But it's not his fault though. Like, look at the talent. Look at his offensive line.
Not my fault.
Done.
I don't want to hear that.
But
what about the Cowboys? What about is it the same thing? Is that what we're gonna say about the Cowboys?
Same thing for the Cowboys. Their offensive line is trash. Dak is out. Like,
is that the same thing we can say about the Giants and Redskins? Because we were all shitty.
We all
shitty.
Yeah, about to say we all doo doo. You know what I mean? We just don't. Y'all doo doo. We just don't stink as bad as the Eagles and the Cowboys. Sorry, Joe.
We all doo doo though. We all doo doo.
Yeah, we all doo doo. We all under 500, man.
That's right. So don't be deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I football season been over for me since week 1, so I don't care. All right, holidays coming up, and I know we was talking pre-pod, with the numbers spiking up, and I know just today in Pennsylvania here, the governor announced a 3-week shutdown or scale back for the entire state, which means takeout only for restaurants. No gyms open.
They closed them over there. Okay.
Close them. No gyms open.
There's a gym open by me.
No, but it's not now. It's Friday. Well, Saturday at midnight.
He'll be open.
That's saying they're gonna be. Are they private? Are they a private gym?
He made an announcement saying he will not close.
Wow. I wonder if you can get fined for that though.
I'm sure.
They will.
But the dude's wealthier than you could think of, so what would he do?
What else on the list? No sport events. Joe, I know, man, you was talking. Tomorrow is the last day of practice for your kids with the soccer and football. Football's over now, right?
Yeah, it's over for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so they're scaling back. I know you were saying they're scaling back down there in VA, but I don't think they went back like this far back. Does this change? I mean, I wasn't doing it too much for the holidays anyway because of this stuff, but you guys got any? Does this change your plans for the holidays? Are you doing anything special, Joe? You going to another foreign country or something like that? Brazil.
Not a foreign country, but Virginia got us a 2-bedroom condo beachfront in Brigantine, New Jersey.
Oh wow! Did you? Is that where you went that one time, or was that a different?
That was down in Jersey.
Okay.
So Brigantine's on the ocean side. Down was on the Delaware River side.
Okay.
But I mean, but it was the house. The house wasn't that great, but it was all private. Like we had our own like beach to ourselves. You know what I mean? Okay. And here it's wintertime. It's not like we're going to be out and about. So we just said, we'll go down there. I think I have like 3 or 4 of the 7 days where I'm actually off of work anyway. Okay. And I'll just work the other 2 from down there. You know.
Good. Pretty sure the kids enjoy that. That's what it's all about. Family, spending time together. E, you got any plans? Special plans for the holiday, bro?
Hell no.
You just gonna sit back and drink your coquitos?
Not even.
No.
I'm not. I'm just gonna chill.
Yeah.
I got a photo shoot on the 20th, and then after that, I'm just preparing for a couple of shows I got coming up in February. So
now are they in Virginia or are they?
No, one's in. Both of them are in New York.
Okay.
One in New York, one in Atlantic City.
Okay. And that's in February?
Yeah, February.
Where's the one in February?
New York one is in New York in downtown Manhattan, and the other one's in Atlantic City.
So we're gonna see you when you're in Atlantic City, right?
That is if COVID is not running rampant at that time. So we'll see.
Yeah, if COVID ain't, maybe we should schedule something, guys. And kind of make that like a, what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like a little a weekend type thing. That might be dope. We'll keep an eye. That's something good to know. We'll keep an eye on that. Joe, mark that on the calendar, Joe. For those who listening, Joe is like he's the planner of our group outings and the facilitator of that. So, all right, same here. I'm just chilling. Nothing, It's COVID. Like I can't. It's not like we can. Like I really want to get down to see my mom and my pop, but these numbers, man. I'm, I know a lot of people is doing these Zoom holidays and all this other stuff. I guess I don't know. Nothing special, man. It just and people keep saying like, let's get 2020 over in 2020. COVID's still gonna be here in 2021. Like, it's not like it. December 31st is just gonna we wake up the 1st and it's just gone. Like, nah. Not until they get this vaccine out, which they say they just approved. The FDA just approved it. When was that? Was that today or yesterday? That Pfizer vaccine, and they're supposed to be distributing that. I think soon, like next week or something like that. They're supposed to start distributing. Hopefully, our government, Congress, can get together and agree on and pass a bill, some stimulus plan, so that the state, local and state and local governments can get the money they need to distribute this stuff as quickly as they can for those who need it. But it's the government, man. We don't know. All right. Y'all watching anything special? Any shows? Let me answer for you. No. Joe?
I don't necessarily sit down and watch TV too often, but Virginia's been watching The Shield and Agents.
That Marvel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's actually interesting. So when she's watching it, I'll sit down and watch an episode or two, and then I'll convince her that when we go upstairs, we need to watch another one, and then I'll fall asleep. I can't even get through the third one. Too tired.
Nah, I'm not watching. I've been watching. I watched something on Netflix. Queen's Gambit. You ever seen that? Yeah. That was good. It's about a chess player, chess prodigy. I thought it was good. And then, as they say, it's this one show that's coming on. That's on Showtime with the one guy, Joe, did you watch Breaking Bad? You ever watch Breaking Bad? What's his name, man? I hate when they do that. But they say it's supposed to be good. He's supposed to be like a judge where his son like killed somebody and he's like covering up. Like he's using his power to like cover up the murder or whatever like that. Yeah, they say that's supposed to be real good. That just started or whatever. Then like I say, preseason start on Friday, NBA. So I'm interested to see what LeBron and them gonna do to repeat. What you think, E? Championship again?
Who didn't he get anybody? Who did he pick up this year in the free agency?
They got Schroeder from Oklahoma City.
That replaces Rondo.
And they got Trez from the Clippers.
And that replaces Dwight.
Yeah. So they got rid of that. They got rid of Danny Green, who couldn't hit nothing in the playoffs, and I forgot what's the shooter name they got. I can't think of his name, but it's somebody who's respectable though. Dang, that's gonna bother me. But the name of the show that I was talking about, Showtime, is called Your Honor. It just started. They got what's this guy's name? Hold on, guys. I'm sorry, I forget his name. But it's the guy from Breaking Bad, the main guy. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, the main actor. I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right? E? Yeah,
I can't think.
Yeah. But they got him in there. Lakers. They've been waiting on that. Lakers free agents. No, that's old. Marquise Barnes. They picked up a shooter. I can't think of his name right now. Oh, they got Marc Gasol too. E, and they got Wesley Matthews. That's his name. Wesley Matthews.
Oh yeah, Wesley Matthews. They're trying to see if they can get Marc Gasol and Paul to play together.
Are they trying to get Paul too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Powell retired. He'll come back for retirement to play with his brother.
He said he'd come back. He said he'd come back to play with his brother.
Does Powell got anything left though? Powell.
They were showing some YouTube or internet.
Hey man, everybody look good in a YouTube workout.
well, we said that about Mike Tyson, and look how he looked.
Mike Tyson looked good. You mean Roy Jones?
I mean, we said that about both of them, and both of them look. I mean, we're talking about boxing. This is basketball. So
Mike Tyson looked good. He ain't look like.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying. It's not like it's impossible.
Well, man, like I said, you fellas, man, everybody listening, man, stay safe, man. This COVID is ramping up. Mm-hmm. Wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize, whatever, don't, just practice social distancing. Just stay out of people's face.
So I just decided to look up just some numbers.
Yeah.
You guys know how many people died from the Spanish flu?
More than this.
A lot.
What did you say, Eric?
More than this.
500 million people. They said 1/3 of the world's population died from that 1918 H1N1 virus pandemic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Worldwide, we're currently at like 1.58. Mm-hmm. So either this has a long way to go, or I mean, we got to give them credit. As bad as it sounds, 1.58 sounds like a lot. It's a lot less than 500 million.
Yeah. Well, you got to think medicine and everything like that is a lot better than it was back then. And I mean, back then people wasn't getting vaccinated anyway. They was just born and just walking around. What was the life expectancy back then? Like, what was the, back in that time, where a person lived to be like 50, they was considered, old. Now it's what's the average now? Like 90, 80 something.
I'm checking. It definitely changed a little bit. So right now it's 71.
71. Okay. And back then it probably was like 30.
off the record.
53.
Jake, what's up with Jake with State Farm commercial? Like, when did he start getting swole? Sorry, just had to bring that up because I'm sitting here watching the football game. What the fuck?
Hey, Jake been hitting that weight room during this pandemic, man.
Black Jake, mind you, Black Jake.
Hey, he been hitting that. He was hanging out with Patrick Mahomes and all them.
Black Jake is getting swole.
Yeah, he started working out with the football players.
I was like, damn, dude. Like, I see you, partner. All right.
He seen himself on camera. Was like, oh, I look too small. Like, let me.
I was like, all right, there.
Let me get some muscles underneath this. But yeah. But nah, man, you fellas be safe, man. Keep your family safe. I want to give a shout out to the other Men of Honor fellas, Greg, Frank, Ant. Am I missing anybody? I think that's it, right? Yeah. Dink, even though he ain't never been up there, but
no.
But you guys stay safe, man. You know what I mean? Till the next time, guys. It's the Men of Honor Podcast. Signing out.
You guys stay safe too.
All right, man. Later. On behalf of the Men of Honor Podcast, we'd like to thank you for watching this episode. Truly, truly appreciate it. We'd like to ask you to follow us on YouTube at Men of Honor Podcast and on our Instagram at m.o.h.podcast. We want to wish everyone a happy, and safe holidays. And everyone stay safe, healthy, and remain blessed. Until next time.